Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Today is Video Friday and I have all my Christmas cards done and mailed. So I am looking at the mini catalog that starts January 5th, and I was able to pre-order product because of being a demonstrator. So I pre-ordered quite a bit of product, to be honest. And so hopefully you have this coming, either received it already or you are watching your mailbox for it, because if you're one of my customers, you probably, you are on my mailing list, so you're going to get one in the mail. Okay, so I am going to make a card today, and I'm just going to kind of wing it as I go, but I'm going to be using some new product from the catalog. It's called Art Gallery. This stamp set is so cute, right? It's a two-step stamp set. So this image, and you stamp this over it, and you give it a second highlight, and then these stamps and tons of sayings. And then there's also coordinating dies that you can get 10% off if you buy the bundle. And this is Floral Gallery. This has 7 dies in it. So I think the favorite one is in here is it's Just Want to Say. Everybody's excited about that because then you can say the little words. And I'm not going to use that stamp today, but I am going to use the flowers, and I'm going to use the Mini Cut Emboss, my little Pee-wee that I'm calling her, and we're going to use that today. We're going to heat emboss, so I'm going to be using some gold embossing powder, and of course the designer series paper. Oh my gosh, this designer series paper is, we have the best designer series paper anyway. We all know that. But this paper, I got 2 packs of it because this paper is so gorgeous. There's not one sheet in here that I don't like. And this is the paper I'm going to use today. So this is Fine Art Floral. And there's tons of colors in these papers. The backs are more subtle. So if you want to accent with these small pieces and use the backs, that's great too. But I swear there is not one piece in here that is not to die for. They really are absolutely gorgeous. I can see this on a scrapbook page. Just beautiful. So anyway, we're going to use that, this one, the pinky one, today on a card. So I already have a little piece cut. So, of course, they tell you all the colors that are in the paper, and this paper has a ton of colors in it. So let's just get started and see how this works. Okay, it's going to be a long video, I think, because I am going to use the Pee-wee. I'm also going to be cutting and dry embossing, so it's going to be a little long video. So hope you're up for it. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to use a piece of Soft Subtle. I'm going to, this is a half a sheet, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to fold that in half. And then I'm not going to put this down yet because I might want to put some ribbon. So there's, in the suite, there's this Fine Art ribbon. Oof, it's gorgeous. And it's going to work well on this card because I'm going to do some gold embossing. So I'm going to set this aside for now. And I am going to start stamping. So the stamp that I'm going to use is, these are photopolymer stamps. So if you watched my video on how I mount my stamps, this is perfect. It shows you that I stick them right on the case. So I'm going to stamp this first, and I'm going to use, I have so much stuff out here. Here we go. I'm going to use Soft Subtle. I'm sorry, So Saffron. Sorry about that. So Saffron ink. And I'm going to stamp that on our cardstock. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, I'm excited about this stamp set. Can you tell? I mean, I love flowers anyway, so what can I say? Then, while that's doing a little bit of drying, I'm going to mount the overstamp. So this is the second stamp. I'm going to let that dry for a second, and I am going to stamp Happy Birthday from the stamp set. And I'm going to mount that. Let's see, will it fit on here? Yes. Happy birthday. So I'm going to stamp that in Poppy Parade, because I think Poppy Parade is one of the coordinating colors that goes really well with this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on a little piece of paper. Okay. Did that stamp really well? Not great. I think I missed one of the... So we'll just stamp it again. Much better. Okay. So we have the happy birthday stamp. Now this is dry. So what I do next is come back with Versamark. So if you want to do embossing, we're going to come back with a Versamark pad. So Versamark is a very sticky pad that is re-inkable. I've had this one for years and years, and you just re-ink it. It is a foam pad. Okay, so this lays perfectly on top. You're going to see how cool this is going to look. I think. Oh my gosh, I hear like a bird outside. Do you hear that bird? So weird. It's, what is today? It's winter, and this little bird is just going crazy out there. Thinks it's spring. So close your pads before you do embossing. So just in case embossing powder would go flying, you don't want it to go flying into one of your stamp pads. Okay, so now just sprinkle this on like that. Okay, so that's exactly how you want it, but you don't want to touch it because that needs to be heat set first. So as you can see, I'm just using a coffee filter, and I'm pouring it right back into the pot so that there is no waste. Poof. Now, Versamark's a sticky pad, so you need to clean that really well. To clean that off of your stamp, you need to use mist, and you really need to scrub it to get that sticky Versamark off of there. Okay. All right. So I have my heat gun here. Handy dandy heat gun. So this heat gun is amazing. It has 2 speeds, low and high. Low is really for vellum or for like a low heat, but high is 2, and I'm going to heat this. Okay. It's going to be a little loud. Takes a couple seconds for it to heat up. And when it does, it starts melting that gold powder. And, ooh, it's so pretty. Okay, so now it's starting to melt. So you just want to move it along. Your heat emboss your powder so that it melts. You don't want to hold it in one spot too long. Okay. All done. Okay, so now we have that. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is cut that out, and I'm going to use the Mini Cut Emboss. I'm calling her Pee-wee, right? You all know that. So when I say Pee-wee, you know what I'm talking about. This little baby weighs under 3 pounds, and she comes with everything you need to use her, and comes with the plates. You can buy replacement plates when you need to, these clear plates. So the only difference between this and the regular Big Shot Cut and Emboss is the size. And the size is this is much narrower. Okay, so can you see that I'm laying this right on here? And there are accessories that you can purchase on January 5th to go with her. And one of them is a magnetic plate, which would be very handy right now. I don't have the magnetic plate. I can't purchase it yet. I don't think. Okay, so make sure. Ooh, I think that moved a little bit. There we go. Grind it through. That popping noise is normal. Totally normal. Don't freak. And there's our flower. Okay, so I have that done. Now what I want to do is I want to cut out Happy Birthday. And there's another die that cuts that out. So I'm going to do that with this. So again, going to put this back in, put the plates back in. So it tells you exactly you want to use plate 1, 2, you want to make your sandwich. I call it the sandwich with the 2 plates. Okay, so we're going to lay that on there like that. And lay the top plate on. Break it through. Now, oh, that is so cute. We have the little greeting that's cut out in scallops. Or I don't know if that's really scallops. I would call that more like a postage stamp cut. Okay. And then I have one more thing to stamp. And did I bring over the stamp pad? I did not bring the stamp pad over, but I can go get it. And the color that I'm going to use on this is Old Olive. So I'm going to stamp the leaves. In Old Olive. Let me get the pad, sorry. Well, you know what? The pad is in the other room because I'm making projects. So we're going to use Pear Pizzazz. I think it'll work perfectly fine. Get ink on there. Oh, every stamp I love. Isn't that pretty? Okay. See, Pear Pizzazz looks fine. And then there's a die that cuts this out. Like that. So, come over here. Bring back our plates. And put this on here. I can see I'm going to need extra plates because I'm going to be using this a lot. It's so handy and so small and perfect for accessibility. So you can have it right on your stamp table and you don't have to hop up all the time and go to your cut and emboss. Okay. There's the leaves. Okay, I think I'm done with Pee-wee now. So I'm going to set and see how it folds up. Look at that. Literally one finger. She's so cute. It's like having a new baby in the house. Okay, I think I'm done with the dies. I'm done with the stamps. And I'm going to use some ribbon. So I'm going to use some of this gold ribbon. I think I'm just going to, how am I going to lay this out? Pop that up. That would be pretty cute. Put the ribbon at the bottom with a bow. Yes. Okay. I think I like that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little adhesive right here. Wrap it around. That ribbon is just gorgeous. So how much do you get? 10 yards. You get 10 yards of ribbon. I just went ahead and got the whole suite because there really wasn't like one thing in here that I didn't think I'd like. Ooh, sticky, sticky. I think I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive on here to hold the ribbon. Okay. So the reason that I picked So Saffron for my card base, I don't know if you can see, but there is some So Saffron in here, and there's Night of Navy, there's Poppy Parade, there's Old Olive. I mean, it's just Old Navy. I'm thinking Christmas presents, right? Okay. So now I'm going to use some dimensionals. I'm going to pop this up. Probably should have used the bigger dimensionals, but that's okay. use these minis. Everything's mini today, right? I think that's good. Now pop this up too. My finger, my cuticle. I have to have a Band-Aid. It's so ugly. I messed my cuticle up just picking on it. Ugh, why do I do that? Every time I do that, I'm like, as I'm doing it, I think, why are you doing this? This is going to hurt later. And I just keep doing it. And now the cuticle's messed up. So I'm going to put that there. So I'm going to place this up here. Okay, just looking at that for placement. It's really hard to use these when you got a bum finger. Okay, now I'm going to tie a bow. Let's see how that's going to go with a crazy finger. Oh, look. I have a dimensional stuck to my Band-Aid. That's actually funny. Yeah, that is such pretty ribbon. So pretty. Make it a little bit smaller. I'm not crazy about humongo bows. So let's see how these scissors seem a little dull, but I think they'll work. Yeah, they need to be cleaned. Cleaned or sharpened, I'm not sure which. Okay, so now that I have the bow done, I think I'm going to pull this a little longer on this side to make it even. There we go. Well, it's still not even, is it? Okay. And we need some glue dots to adhere this. I'll put 2 on there. Oh, do I want it down there? After I put it down there, I'm thinking, do I want it up a little higher? Yeah, I think I do. Right there. Okay, now, happy birthday has to go somewhere. And right there looks pretty good. I wonder if I should have cut a little piece of cardstock to go underneath that. Ooh, that would have been cute. I think I need a piece of Poppy Parade. Hang on a second. Guess what? I got a whole drawer full. This is a great way to use up your scraps. So, oh, perfect. Don't even need to cut it. I did have my paper cutter here just in case. Cover up my mistake on the back. Oh yeah, I think it needed a layer. Just like that. And I'm going to pop that up also. Look, I can just use this little, I could use that dimensional instead of wasting it. The one that was stuck to my finger. Okay. Dimensionals on the back. Yowza. Okay. There's my finished card. Isn't it so pretty? And really, the paper makes it, I have to say, as much as I love everything, I love that paper. So, hope you enjoyed this today. Happy Friday. Ooh, next week is Christmas, so unbelievable how fast it's here. And hope you're all ready and have a nice Christmas. I'll see you on Tuesday, so I'll see you before Christmas. Oh, also, tomorrow is our mystery stamping. So if you're interested, just, it's a very simple card, and it's probably only going to take less than a half an hour. So join me Facebook Live tomorrow at noon, and we'll make our cute little card. Mine's going to be a Christmas card. Yours can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, so I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.